Freemasonry and Scouting are two of the most important organizations I've had the privilege to be associated with. I've been blessed to meet and become close friends with many wonderful people in both of these organizations who have taught me valuable lessons about how to lead a meaningful and rewarding life of service. Both organizations teach self-improvement, service to others, and reverence to God. And as a Scout leader, I've watched young boys develop into strong leaders and great examples of fine young men through Scouting's influence. I hope that my children will continue to serve their communities as well, whether it be through Scouting, Masonry, church, school, work, or in their daily lives. Your program explains who Daniel Carter Beard was, as did our District Deputy Grand Master, and names some of his many contributions to Scouting. In addition to Brother Dan Beard, many Freemasons were involved in the founding of the Scouting movement. Brother James E. West, the first Chief Scout Executive of the VSA, served from 1911 to 1943. Lord Robert Baden-Powell's friend, Brother Rudyard Kipling, who many of you may know, and whose characters from the Jungle Book inspired the Cub Scout unit and rank designations: Pack, Den, Wolf, Bear, Akela, etc. Brother E. Uner Goodman, who co-founded the Order of the Arrow, Scouting's National Honor Society, of whom we have 4 members here tonight. 4 members of the Order of the Arrow. The ordeal, brotherhood, and vigil honor ceremonies are largely based on the structure and ritual of the 3 Masonic degrees. Masons have continued to play a role in the development of the Scouting movement to this day. At the 100th anniversary Boy Scout Jamboree in 2010, Fredericksburg Lodge No. 4 opened a special lodge for Jamboree participants, and over 500 Scouters attended the meeting in their Scout uniforms and Masonic aprons and discussed the value of the relationship between Scouting and Freemasonry. As Cub Master of Pack 1776, I always encouraged my Cub Scouts to wear their uniforms properly and proudly. Harrison and Kenny can probably attest to the fact that I was the uniform police for them. Daniel Carter Beard, known by millions as Uncle Dan, wrote in the February 1934 edition of Boys Life magazine, "Did you fellows ever stop to think why the Scouts wear a uniform or what the uniform means? It is your letter of introduction, your credentials certifying good character, honesty, chivalry, and bravery, coupled with a clean mind. All of this is shown by the hat you wear, the neckerchief, the outdoor man's khaki, the outdoor man's breeches or English shorts, and the very axe at your belt, because these things proclaim you to be a Scout. The college boys, the Elks, the Oddfellows, the Knights of Columbus, and the Masons wear insignia to tell who they are. Your uniform, like the insignia named, tells a stranger who and what you are. It is an emblem which can be seen and understood at long distances, and when seen, it always proclaims the presence of a reliable friend. With few exceptions, the ministry wear uniforms, the judges on the bench wear uniforms, as do football and baseball clubs, and we know the meaning of every one of these costumes as soon as we see them, and today the whole world knows the meaning of the Scout uniform. It is a symbol telling the whole world that the one wearing it is a friend upon whom any one of them can depend for help and succor, and that this young friend is ready to risk his own life in an effort to help his neighbor in times of wreck, tornado, earthquake, fire, or flood. The Scout insignias are observed only upon close inspection. The Scout grip on personal contact, but the Scout uniform tells the story as far as it may be seen. Now similarly, the badge of a Mason or his lambskin apron tells us that the one wearing it is a faithful friend, upon whom we may rely for support and protection. We know that he upholds the most valuable tenets of the fraternity, which are friendship, morality, and brotherly love. When I visit a lodge anywhere in the world, or when I see a Masonic ring or a hat with the square and compasses or a lapel pin on a man's coat, I know that I have a new and trusted friend. The bond is immediate and unmistakable. Anybody who's traveled knows this. And once a Scout, always a Scout. Once a Mason, always a Mason. It's the same with Scouts, Masons, Marines, and Henry V soldiers. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers. Uncle Dan said, we must depend upon the Boy Scout movement to produce the men of the future. Masonry uses the tools of a stonemason to teach its members moral lessons that will make good men better. I am privileged to be a devoted member of both of these fine organizations, and I thank you for the honor you have bestowed upon me this evening. I will cherish this award and will endeavor to wear it with pride, distinction, and honor. Thank you.